Caught in their lies. I met her at a dive bar, the kind of place where the floor's sticky and people tell you their secrets before you even know their names. She moved in with me 2 weeks after our first date, just as her cousin came back from a long work trip and needed a place to crash. I figured it'd be cramped, but she promised her cousin would keep to himself. The three of us lived together in a tiny apartment, dodging each other in the kitchen, pretending everything was normal. But I started noticing things, inside jokes I wasn't part of, late-night whispers behind a locked door, and the way their fights always ended in silence, not apologies. One night I came home early from work. The lights were off except for a flicker in her room, voices low and urgent. I stood outside the door, heart pounding, until it swung open and her cousin almost collided with me. The look on his face wasn't embarrassment, it was fury. She stepped out after him, hair tangled, eyes wild, and told me we all needed to talk. The air was sharp with something I couldn't name. He sat across from me, arms folded, and she stared at the floor as she confessed they weren't cousins at all. They were married. They'd split up for a while, tried seeing other people, and she'd never told me because she hadn't decided who she wanted yet. I wanted to scream, to throw something, to make them hurt the way I hurt. Instead, I just sat there, numb, as they argued right in front of me about whether to keep pretending for my sake or finally end it for good. She reached for my hand, tears in her eyes, but I pulled away. The betrayal felt radioactive, burning through every good memory I had with her. He barely looked at me, just watched her, jaw clenched hard enough to crack teeth. I realized I was just a prop in their twisted, unresolved drama, a placeholder, not a partner. I packed a bag in silence while they argued in the hallway, my life unraveling with each word I overheard. As I closed the door behind me, she called my name, begging me to stay, promising she'd choose me this time. But I knew, deep down, that I'd never been more than a convenient distraction from the mess they'd made of each other's lives. Walking out into the night, I felt a twisted sense of freedom, and a sickening suspicion that I'd been complicit all along, willfully ignoring every red flag because I'd wanted so badly to believe in the fantasy. The truth was uglier than I'd imagined, but at least it was finally mine.